Hey everyone, welcome back to the Beach Bum Bookworm. I am Tiffany. I'm so glad y'all found me again today. My channel is mostly about cozy mysteries and romances, and I am trying to do a little more balancing of those things. So I am been doing a spotlighting cozy series, and now I'm going to start doing the same thing with romances. It's going to be the same concept, but it will work a little different. So let me tell you what I'm talking about. So my spotlighting cozies and romances look at different tropes, different themes, subgenres within that particular thing, in this case with different romances. And I'm going to tell you what's out there to read. So as an example, we are starting with hockey romances, because what's a better subgenre of romances than hockey romances? They're just some of my favorites. So I just was easy to start with what I loved. I will be doing a ton of other spotlights, but how it's going to work a little differently than my spotlighting cozies is that I'm not doing it in any sort of alphabetical order. With the cozies, I do it by author because I found a couple sites that make it really easy to do so. I have not found that kind of database for romances. So I've just kind of had to piece together a list of those series that are, in this case, about hockey romances. If I miss a series, please, just the same as I say with my cozies, let me know below, because I'm sure that will happen from time to time. Let me know in the comments below which of these series you read, if you love hockey romances, if there's a spotlight that you want to see come up. Anything you want to talk about, down there's the place to do it. On your way down to comment, don't forget to stop, hit the subscription and the notification bell, because that's going to tell you when I put out new videos each and every single week. All right, let's get into it. We're looking at spotlighting hockey romances in 3, 2, 1, go. So the first hockey series is called Pucked. It's by Helena Hunting. I have not read any of these, but let me tell you, I have just recently found Helena Hunting, and she might be one of my new favorite romance authors. But I'll tell you, obviously with this particular series, I can't tell you the spice level, but the other books that I have read by her are pretty spicy. So like 4 and 5 on my flames meter. So if you like your books to be a little more mild in the romance, she might not be the person for you. But if you don't care, or you like your books a little more spicy, I can't even begin to tell you how much I recommend Helena Hunting. Oh my gosh. So in the Puck series, book 1 is called Pucked. It's going to be right here. It says, with a famous NHL player for a stepbrother, Violet Hall is well acquainted with the playboy reputation of many a hockey star. So of course she isn't interested in legendary team captain Alex Waters or his pretty beat up face and rock hard six-pack abs. But when Alex inadvertently obliterates Violet's misapprehension regarding the inferior intellect of hockey players, he becomes much more than just a hot body with the face to match. Suffering from a complete lapse in judgment, Violet discovers just how good Alex is with the hockey stick in his pants. Violet believes the night of her orgasmic magic with Alex is just that, one night. But Alex starts to call and text and email and send extravagant, quirky gifts. Suddenly, he's too difficult to ignore and nearly impossible not to like. The problem is the media portrays Alex as a total player, and Violet doesn't want to be a part of the game. 6 books in that series. I just said it. I can't say anymore. I'm telling you, if you enjoy hockey romances and you enjoy romance books that have quite a bit of spice in them, I would recommend checking this out. I want to make clear again, I have not read a single book in this series. I've read a ton of books by Helena Hunting very quickly when I first found her, like within the last month and a half, but they were from different series, but fabulous writer. So the next series is The Brooklyn Bruisers. It is by Serena Bowen. The first book is called Rookie Move. It's right here. It says, in high school, they were the perfect couple until the day Georgia left Leo in the cold. Hockey player Leo Trevi has spent the last 6 years trying to do 2 things: get over the girl who broke his heart and succeed in the NHL. But on the first day he's called up to the newly franchised Brooklyn Bruisers, Leo gets checked on both sides. First by the team's coach, who has a long simmering grudge, and then by Bruiser's sexy, icy publicist, his former girlfriend, Georgia Worthington. Saying goodbye to Leo was one of the hardest things Georgia ever had to do, and saying hello again isn't much easier. Georgia is determined to keep their relationship strictly professional, but when a press conference microphone catches Leo declaring his feelings for her, things get really personal really fast. 8 books in this series. I read one of them. It wasn't this one. I think it was book 3 or 4 just last month. I think I rated it a 3 out of 5, which is a good solid read, but I expected to like it more than I did because I am a huge hockey romance fan. I just think I need to give Serena Bowen another chance because people rave about her books. And again, I enjoyed it. A 3-star read is a good read. I just thought that I would like it more than I did. So I really need to read the first book in this series. Let me know if this is a series that you read. Oh my gosh, y'all. So I really like this series. It is the Off-Campus series by Elle Kennedy. The first book is called The Deal. Oh, so good, y'all. I can't recommend it enough. The cover is right here. It says, she's about to make a deal with the college bad boy. Hannah Wells has finally found someone who turns her on. But while she might be confident in every other area of her life, she's carting around a full set of baggage when it comes to sex and seduction. If she wants to get her crush's attention, she'll have to step out of her comfort zone and make him take notice, even if it means tutoring the annoying, childish, cocky captain of the hockey team in exchange for a pretend date. All Garrett Graham has ever wanted is to play professional hockey after graduation. But his plummeting GPA is threatening everything he's worked so hard for. If helping a sarcastic brunette make another guy jealous will help him secure his position on the team, he's all for it. But when one unexpected kiss leads to the wildest sex of both of their lives, it doesn't take long for Garrett to realize that pretend isn't going to cut it. Now, he just has to convince Hannah that the man she wants looks a lot like him. 4 books in this series. Oh my gosh, it is so good. If you like hockey romances, perfection. So good. So the next series is the Chinooks hockey team series. I hope I'm saying that right. It's by Rachel Gibson. The first book is called Simply Irresistible. It'll be right here. I know I've read a couple in this series and I really enjoyed it. It says, Georgianne Howard leaves her fiancé at the altar when she realizes she can't marry a man old enough to be her grandfather, no matter how rich he is. Hockey superstar John unknowingly helps her escape, and only when it's too late does he realize that he's absconded with his boss's bride. The bad boy isn't looking to be anybody's savior but his own. Still, a long night stretches ahead of them, a night too sultry to resist temptation. 7 years later, Georgianne and John meet again. She is on her way to becoming Seattle's domestic darling, and he is past his hell-raising days. Shocked to learn that he has a daughter, John's determined to be a part of her life. Georgianne has loved John since the moment she jumped into his car, but will he risk the wrath of his boss and one final chance at glory to prove that this time his love will be everlasting? 7 books in this series. And like I said, I need to check Goodreads, but I'm pretty sure I've read at least a couple in this series. And if it's the one I'm thinking of, I really enjoyed it. A lot of these, I can't tell you what the spice is. So I want to make sure I make that note very clear. I'm not positive. Oh my gosh, guys. The next series is fabulous. It is the Nashville Assassins series by Tony Elio. I keep saying it, but if you like hockey romances, and I do think that this series, I would consider it a little more spicy, meaning anything above a 3. So I think 3 is pretty average. So 4 or 5, I consider it more on the spicy end. So I like to warn people. I would definitely say this series falls into that. But if you can handle that or you like it, oh my gosh, this one is a good one. So the first book is called Taking Shots. It's right here. It says, Ellie Fisher has never thought she was good enough. Let it be her job, her weight, her love life, nothing. That is until she meets Shay Adler. After doing a promotional shoot for the NHL team, the Assassins, she meets the hunky hockey player who shoots a puck, shattering her world. Shay Adler was tired of the life he was living outside the rink. The girls, the money blowing, the drinking, everything had to stop. And it all did when he met Eleanor Fisher. He had never met anyone like her. She was feisty, witty, shy, and simply gorgeous. When he laid eyes on her, it was as if he was taking the hardest hit of his life into the boards, and he had to have her. Ellie is a little skeptical of Shay, but he knows that they were meant to be together, and he had needed her in his life. Can Ellie throw her insecurities out the window and love Shay with everything inside of her, or she let a past relationship and her family ruin any chance of being happy? 17 books in this series. I've definitely not read them all, but I've read at least 6, 7, 8 of them, and oh my goodness. I said it already. I can't recommend it enough. Go check it out. So the next series, the Portland Storm series, is by Katherine Gale. The first book is called Breakaway. It's right here. I've actually never read anything in this series, so let's check it out together. It says, Portland Storm Captain Eric Z. Zellinger knows how to get the job done, but leading his once elite team to victory is fast becoming a losing battle. He can't lose focus now, not with his career on the line, but when his best friend's little sister makes him an offer he can't refuse, Eric could lose the drive the team relies on from their captain. Still in a downward spiral after a life-altering event in college, Dana Campbell is desperate to try anything to break away from the horror of that fateful night, even enlisting the help of the only man she trusts completely. No matter how irresistible she is or how tempting the offer, Eric might not be able to cross that line, especially with the team's chance at playoffs on the line. Now, Eric has to take one last shot, but will he choose Dana's breakaway chance at happiness or the move that could secure his career? 13 books in this series, so somebody's doing something right. 13 books is a lot of books in a series. So the next series is the Bellevue Bully series by Tony Elio, so the same person who wrote the Nashville Assassins, but I have not read anything in this series, but it will soon change. I'm going to be ordering some of these very soon, but I think I'll probably try to get caught up in the Assassin series before I do so. So book 1 is called Boarded by Love. It's right here. Jude Sinclair here, hockey player for the Bellevue Bullies and lover of all ladies. Hockey's in my blood, and not to sound full of myself, but I'm good at it. Really good. The draft is within my reach. It's mine to take, but that's not the only reason people know my name. They know me because of my way with women. They know the score, and I aim to please. I just tend to stay away from repeat performances. In other words, I don't do relationships beyond my family and friends. I'm happy with life. However, I should warn you that my story and how I see it playing out is about to change due to a certain redhead on campus. She's beautiful, stunning, and breathtaking. She's my game changer. He's trouble from the moment I see him. I don't know what I'm thinking, but from the moment I meet his gaze, I'm his. It's a scary feeling. I've never trusted anyone outside of my aunt and uncle, and even that took months. I didn't have it easy growing up. My mom was usually strung out, and she didn't give me a second thought. Drugs and the men who paid her were the most important to her. It was horrible, but I'm stronger today. Because of my past, security is what I need most. Money assures me that I can take care of myself today, tomorrow, and next month. I don't want to ever be hungry or go without again, so I work hard for every penny. Oh, by the way, I'm Clary Anderson. I'm a hard-studying sophomore at the University of Bellevue, dancer for the school dance team, and burlesque dancer at a club, but that's my secret. You may think you know how our story ends, but you have no clue. It's not easy falling in love or living happily ever after. At first, it may seem so, but when is anything worth having ever won without a fight? Especially when you're boarded by love. 6 books in that series. I'm going to check it out if for no other reason than Tony Elio is an amazing writer. So the next series that we're going to look at is the last series for this first spotlight. Again, there will be at least a part 2, maybe even a couple more in my spotlighting hockey romances because there are so many. So this one is the New York Blade series by Deidre Martin. The first book is called Body Check. It'll be right here. It says, Jana McNeil is a publicist on a mission to change the image of the bad boys of hockey, the Stanley Cup champions, the New York Blades. Ty Gallagher is a captain on a mission to get his team to win this cup again at any cost. His determination is legendary, as well as his unwillingness to toe the corporate line. When the persistent publicist and the stubborn captain butt heads, it's hard enough to crack the ice, but they may end up melting it instead. 10 books in that series. I have read at least 1 or 2. I don't know in what order. I can tell you that I enjoyed them. I do not remember the steaminess of the book, so I'm going to say it's a 3 just to be on the safe side. All right, guys, thank you for hanging out with me. You finished my first romance spotlight. I'm so excited. I'll be back with more hockey romances as well as some other subjects. And until next time, may all your future reads be 5 stars. Bye, everyone.